What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Live All In with Anthony Perez. First off, I just want to thank you if you've reached out to me over this last month, checking in on me, or wondering if I'm still doing this. I appreciate you. To be honest with you, I haven't stopped, forgotten about it, or disappeared, not even lost my passion. I've just been spending less time talking and spend more time building. Over this last month, I've intentionally stepped away from the microphone and become more invested into something that's bigger. I've been investing into others, training agents, building leaders, growing as an actual business owner, and more importantly, growing into the leader that God is calling me to become. And I think a lot of people assume that when someone gets busy or starts finding success, they change. Maybe they become too busy, maybe they forget where they came from, or maybe they just stop pouring into others. But for me, it's been the exact opposite. The reason you've heard less of me is because I've been pouring everything I have into helping other people grow. Because here's something I've realized. There are seasons where you're learning, there are seasons where you're producing, and there are seasons where you're multiplying. In every aspect of your life. I believe I'm stepping into that season right now. A season where my success is no longer measured by what I simply accomplish for myself, but it's measured by how many people I can help become successful alongside with me. And that's exactly what today's episode is about. Not insurance, not compensation, not recruiting. It's about becoming the type of leader that changes other people's lives. Anyone can build a business, make a bunch of money, but building people, that's where real legacy begins. So if you're driving, or if you're sitting in an office, or if you're out running appointments, or maybe you're just trying to figure out what your next step in life looks like, I hope you'll stay with me, because I truly believe this conversation has the potential to impact the way you look at opportunity, leadership, maybe your very own future. Let's get into it. You see, when I first stepped into this industry 8 months ago, I didn't know everything. I wasn't the smartest person in the room by far. I wasn't the most experienced in sales. I simply decided that if someone had already built the life I wanted for myself, I would stop trying to reinvent the wheel and just become more coachable. Ask more questions. I made tons of mistakes along the way, got rejected, learned underwriting, learned the right products, learned how to communicate better, and I learned how to become more disciplined as an actual business owner. Every single day, I try to become 1% better than I was before. Looking back, my success didn't happen because of one big policy. It happened because I kept showing up on the days I felt like I shouldn't, the days I didn't feel like it. And I feel like that's where most people lose. It's not because they're incapable or don't know how. It's because they quit or get too comfortable too soon. And honestly, at first, I was in it just for the money. I wanted to make a bunch of money, become financially free, have that residual income coming in, provide for my family, and there's nothing wrong with that. But along the way, something changed for me. Watching another agent make their first sale, watching another build their confidence from the ground up that's never been in this industry, watching someone realize they're capable of more than what they even believed in, that became more rewarding than my very own production. That's when I realized my purpose wasn't just writing business, it was actually building people. Because money comes and goes, but helping someone change their life, that's something that nobody can take away. The vision is clear. I'm not just in it to build an agency. I'm in it to actually build leaders. And the mission is simple: build business owners, protect families, and develop leaders. Those aren't just some words on a wall. That's how we make decisions every single day. I don't see agents as numbers. I don't see them as overrides or potential chargebacks. I don't see them as maybe a paycheck. I see people with potential. People who may have never had someone believe in them before. People who simply need the right environment to grow. If all we do is ever write policies, we've done half our job. But if we help someone build confidence, create financial independence, lead others, that's building a legacy. Then we've done something much bigger. You see, everybody wants success, but few are willing to earn it. And something I've noticed, especially very early on, was everyone wants a title. Everyone wants to become a manager. Everyone wants to become an upline. Everyone wants some sort of financial freedom. And at the end of the day, we're all living with our own lives, and we all want to be number one and be the heroes of our own story. But few are willing to put in the work and willing to make those decisions and become the person that's required for it. Not everyone wants the process. There are no shortcuts. There are no overnight successes. The people you admire earned every lesson they have, and they learned it along the way. And that's why I'm not looking for easy money, people that are just chasing it. I'm looking for someone that's looking to grow. I'm not looking for employees. I'm looking for actual business partners. And let me make something very clear. I'm not interested in someone calling me boss or upline. I'm not interested in building the biggest downline just so I can say I have the biggest organization. That's never been my mission. I don't want to be a boss. I don't want to be your upline if I don't have to be. But the truth of the matter is I want to be your business partner. And so my responsibility is to give every single person the tools I have so they can have success. And that comes with confidence, scripts, sales training, leadership, marketing, actual systems, accountability. And with that, there's gonna come honest feedback. And you see, everything that I've learned through my successes and through my failures is because the goal isn't for you to depend on me forever. I'm no one's crutch. But I'm going to give everyone the tools that they need to become successful, and one day they're going to be able to mentor someone else. And no matter where you're starting, there's a place for you. If you're unlicensed, we'll help you from the ground up. We'll help you understand the licensing process, help you understand the business, help you build your own confidence in this industry, maneuver like an actual professional. And if you feel like you're a producer, but you're just stuck, maybe your contracts aren't competitive, or you feel like you haven't been supported by your upline, maybe you've wanted to recruit other agents, but you just felt like the leadership wasn't there, let's jump on a Zoom. Let's have that conversation. If you've been in this industry for years and you started to realize you're spending all your energy building someone else's brand instead of creating your very own, maybe it's time to rethink your life and start thinking like a business owner instead of just a producer. And if that's where you are, let's jump on a Zoom. I'd love to talk. But this podcast and Retirement Income Life and this opportunity is not for those that are just looking to clock in 9 to 5. And the reason I say that is because for a lot of those people that are clocking in 9 to 5, they're just looking to write a policy, collect a commission, never talk to the client, pick up their leads, and repeat that every week. This isn't the company for you. That's not how I operate. It's not how the company operates. It's not how you should operate. We believe in actually developing relationships, servicing people long term, and building actual growth, building leaders. One lesson this business has taught me very early on, that whenever I was having a bad day, things weren't going my way, felt a little bit discouraged, maybe a chargeback, something along the lines. There was always one thing that I could control: production. So it's a matter of picking up the phone and dialing, getting in front of another person, or knocking on another door. But it's the matter of me trying to help another family, and that action is going to create momentum. That momentum is going to build confidence, and that confidence is going to create consistency. And that consistency is all going to lead to my production. And that production is going to change not only my life, but the lives around me and the people that I'm able to help, not just financially, mentally, emotionally. Because every time you promise something to yourself, you become stronger as an individual person. And that's what I'm here to help each and every single one of you with. And at the end of the day, a lot of people, their biggest competition is the person in front of the mirror. I truly believe that most people don't lose because of the economy alone. They don't lose because of bad leads, just that. They don't lose because of the products they sell only. They lose because they get in their own way. They start to overthink. They start to get comfortable. They start to doubt themselves. They talk themselves out of the opportunities that they prayed and longed for. They let fear make their decisions, and they let comfort steal them from their future. Don't let one difficult season convince you that you weren't meant for something greater. The right conversation can change everything. If any of this resonated with you, DM or comment, live all in. There's no pressure. I would love to hop on a Zoom with you, and it would just be two people having a conversation about what their goals are and if they align with each other. And at the end of the day, I'm not here to collect agents. I'm trying to build actual business owners, trying to protect families, and I'm trying to develop leaders. Because I believe leadership creates legacy, and legacy outlives all of us. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. If this episode encouraged you, challenged you, or added some sort of value to your life or your day, share it with someone who needs to hear it as well. Subscribe so you don't miss future episodes, and remember, go all in on your family, go all in on your purpose, go all in on the life that God has called on you to build. Until next time, live all in.